Yep, it is. Hey Tina, welcome back.
Hey, hi, Shrishti. Hi, Anirudh.
Hey.
Yeah, I've actually been a little busy with my role change, and now going to be back maybe after a week going through the materials that you shared. And I thought maybe attending this call will give me more context and understanding of how things are, and
Yep,
it's
that
easier for me to grasp things.
that makes a lot of sense. Congratulations, by the way, on your
Oh, thanks.
was it a
Thanks.
promotion or a job switch?
It was both kind of, yeah.
Okay. Double congratulations then.
Thank you so much. And I was also wanting to ask if there are some resources that are there in the new hire kind of the document,
Hmm.
and I think I just pasted something for in the chat as well.
Sure.
Thanks, Anirudh. So yeah, so would this suffice, or is there anything else that I can try to understand? Because I think that Lee is giving some talks as well uh, on O'Reilly, and I had registered for that, and I was going to attend it as well.
Nice. The workshop would actually be going on right now.
Yeah, so they usually send the recordings after
Hmm.
the session, so I prefer going to the recording because I can just watch it at my pace. So yeah, so is that going to be like an advanced level thing? Because I also
The
thought that,
workshop,
yeah,
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 yeah, it is. It's one of the more advanced workshop, but I'm more than sure that you can find a link to the basic one.
yeah, I was able to find the link to the basic one, but not the recording to it, unfortunately. So if you have it, you please
Um,
share it to me.
sure. Let me look through it. If I find, I'll either find a link for you or I'll find some sort of a summarized version.
Sure, yeah, thank you. It'll really help.
No issues. All right. Have you had a chance to look at the projects, by the way?
Is that for me?
Yeah.
No,
All right. Um,
just
no
just getting
issues.
started.
Yeah, yeah, no issues. All right. Well, keep in touch and let us know if you need help with basically anything.
Sure, yeah, I'll reach out to you. Yeah.
Sure. All right. It's 3 minutes in. Yep, Anirudh is slacking around. Thank you for taking up that very important role, Anirudh. All right. We're 4 minutes in. Let's start, and we'll probably keep this meeting a little short today, as the agenda is short and a lot of people are missing because of the O'Reilly workshops. If anybody else has any other topics to add to the agenda, please do go ahead. And because the agenda is shorter today and because we're missing a few people, um, maybe we can even take up questions at the end of the agenda on anything, either if you're having issues with setting up Meshery or running any of the projects or just wondering what the heck is going on. Pretty good place to ask those. You'll get an answer in words more than you'd get it on text. And all right, Uddeshya, I see. Is that if that's a crying emoji? I see it.
Yup, yup, it is.
You have had the hardest time I've ever seen anybody having with Meshi cereal, and that is actually a true fact.
I think everyone would agree here.
Yep. It's been a little
Ah,
unfortunate. I hope that won't put you off though.
well, I'm still contributing. I've already, I think, second contribution is still in the underway. Just one review off. So yes, I'm still facing that issue, by the way. At least for the mystery darkness.
Yep. Oh, let's try to solve that today.
All
We have
right.
Anirudh on call, and I'll try to help as much as I can.
Okay. The fix would be lengthy. The call is shorter.
Shorter. Anirudh, mic issues, or do you just are you preferring text for today?
I'm just listening to you.
Alright. Well, I'll continue rambling then. Um, Udesh, could you give a little context to the error? I don't think
Okay,
anybody on the call knows. Continue.
sure, sure. Okay, so I'm using Ubuntu 20.04 and I am using on i7 7th Gen. Now, so uh, the error precisely is that I have to use kubectl manifest, like Kubernetes manifest for running up the basic Meshery. Okay, I am using Minikube containers, like Minikube environment, and with a Docker CRI. Now, I've had a few calls before with Anirudh himself towards the fix, and the basic problem right now, the thing which we need to solve is that we cannot one create this config. Like whenever we upload the configs in the file, like that option on the UI, it gives us this particular error right here. So while let me just point it out here. So this should not be there because this file is actually on my computer, but for some reason, I think volumes or Docker volumes or something like that, it's not able to pick up in the Meshery environment. Token paths. Yep, I did that. I did that. I used the system config minikube, and it's still giving this error. I have actually two questions, like one this one and the other like the Meshery adapters were not running at all.
Like it would be hard to debug this on this call, and
Okay,
otherwise the better approach would be let the others go first, and Uddeshya could be the like the fix is a lengthy one, so it might take some research.
understood, understood.
Until that, I
Sure,
guess
sure.
Utkarsh could go first.
Sure. Is Utkarsh on call? Hmm. He's not.
No.
Let's go ahead with this one. I'll see if Utkarsh is joining or not.
Okay.
Udesh,
So,
do you want to share your screen?
Yep.
All
Just a
right.
minute.
Go ahead. Also, just for context, the adapters issue that's happening with Minikube as well, right?
Yeah, yeah.
mm,
Okay, so right now, should I continue?
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah, so I am in the Docker environment
Hmm.
With Docker
in the
Compose,
mini
just Docker container ls.
Docker container ls.
Okay.
Okay.
Uh, okay. You have
I
installed it on kubectl, so you don't need to expose the Docker. Uh,
Yep. Okay.
kubectl. What was the command? I forgot. Kubectl.
I need to run the manifest. I haven't run the manifest yet.
Okay, you didn't run the manifest. You need to run the manifest to start.
Yes, yes, yes. Just a minute. Just a minute.
Yeah,
Yes, I was getting to
no
that.
issues.
Need to find. Um, where's the link? Wait.
And this is on Meshery. Like the
Oh, sorry, this one.
Yep.
so
I need to go in the Meshery folder first. And there we go.
yeah, superb. Now, can you run Minikube IP?
Sure. Hmm.
The IP address, right? Can you copy it
Yep.
and open VS Code or something else? Meshery folder.
All right. Sure. Yeah, it's open.
Okay, so go to config.go, system config.go.
Con. Okay.
You must have modified it, right?
Yeah, we need to put
Is
the.
this the right one?
Okay. Yep, this is the right one. It stays the same.
And this endpoint, okay. Now let's just see in which endpoint the Meshery server is running on. So
All right. Um,
it's 31430. Can you open this once on your browser just to confirm it?
sure.
Okay.
Not.
So it's run 8080 31430, right? Run 8080.
8080. Hmm.
No. So that's not. It's not exposed right
It's been
now.
forwarded to 31340, no?
Yeah, it's forwarded, but it's he's not getting it. 31430. Hmm.
Hmm.
Damn.
This
This
is
issue does not
weird.
exist.
Yeah, that is weird.
Last time even it wasn't there, right?
Can you see the
Hmm.
pod is created or not? kubectl get pods and Meshery.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Ah,
Hmm. Oh,
It's not
it's not ready, right?
ready. Yep, it's not.
just
Okay, makes
describe
sense.
it like kubectl describe Meshery, then the end. I guess it should be deployment slash Meshery, the entire code here, and then the namespace.
Uh,
Describe deployment
uh, yeah, deployment
slash Meshery.
now.
Yeah, now the name. Man, you just need to enter Meshery, I guess. Just keep Meshery here.
Meshery, okay.
And
Or describe Meshery, that's it. Yeah, deployment describe Meshery.
and then namespace Meshery. Okay, go down. Okay, so okay, now let's just look into the pod itself.
Mm-hmm.
The is can you just confirm if the pod's created or not? Again, it's taking a lot of time. It's image pullback off.
Yeah.
Just do the same thing but with the pod instead. Like kubectl describe pod slash the pod ID namespace Meshery.
Pods and this one, right?
Uh, a minute. Let me just.
There you go.
Yeah. So fail to pull image. Okay.
Hmm.
Hmm. Okay, it's pulling image. Go. Okay, this is the log. It's pulling the image. 2 minutes 58 seconds. So let's
Hmm.
just wait for it.
The funny thing is, I'm using this exact environment for Katakora tutorials, and it's perfectly working.
Yes, I don't know how to say it, but Udesh, this laptop is
It's honestly a pain for your QA.
truly. Yeah. Can you check the port condition now?
Still putting image as it seems.
It's taking. Okay. Yeah. It won't pull the image. I don't think it's gonna do. The best thing
And
would
was
be
that?
to destroy the namespace and create it again. If it still
All right.
is an issue, then I'll try locally.
kubectl, what's our delete?
Yeah, kubectl delete
Right?
namespace Meshery.
Oh God. Okay.
Also, Shruti, are we planning on having a GKE tutorial for measuring?
Do you mean on Karakoda or do you mean on a
Not
newcomers call?
Katakoda, the normal, the using GKE, uh, just GKE. So Google Cloud, Google Container,
Yeah, yeah.
right? So just using those, or
S- Yeah,
is it
still
just
not very, yeah,
okay.
still not very clear. Which platform would we be using for the tutorial?
Google Cloud Platform?
I got that.
Yeah,
I actually mean where would we be?
that would be through the GKE engine. So Google Kubernetes
Mm-hmm,
engine. So the cluster would be on GKE,
mm-hmm.
uh, not through Katagoda or the any other provider, but through the Google Kubernetes engine itself, manually. Basically, you're creating the entire structure manually through
Mm-hmm.
Helm and GKE.
I'm not very sure about that.
Okay,
Let's talk about it though.
later. Hmm. Is it
Bit
running?
better this time out. Yeah. Bit better. Let's see.
Uh,
They're creating 46 seconds off.
it's better yet. At least you got the image. Man,
Uddeshya,
Disconnect
how's your
was.
network connection?
I think it's decent. I mean, I it can't get any better. That's there.
this
It's still
this
pulling
is
image. Oh my
due
god.
to the the CPU allocation. So he must have given less CPU resource to the Minikube cluster, and the cluster has to maintain the kubelet and the entire Kubernetes architecture.
So I can like put in the codes and the memory allocated right at the start of Minikube, right?
Yeah, so that would help, but
Okay.
let's just not do it now because it would take you
Yeah, that
a
would
lot of
be like, yep, yep, yep. Oh my god.
container creating. It's 2 minutes. Shruti,
Yeah.
any other
Uh,
like? Can you ping Utkarsh?
Yep, I already have.
Okay. Anyone else? Meanwhile, everyone's measuring instance is going so well. They don't have any question.
I am so jealous. Uh, this is weird.
So we have Mikul here. Okay, let's just, okay. Let's do one thing. Let's just go over Meshery CTL context. I guess Mikul would have a better say on that. Shriti, can you share the doc that I guess I already shared you,
Yep,
like
just a sec.
while the
Just a sec.
container is being created.
Sure.
I'll send it again on chat.
Already have the link. There you go.
Okay, I think everyone it's stopped. That's weird.
Okay, so this is another experimental command. Okay, you were at the right place actually.
Oh, all right.
Okay, so this is another new experimental command. We don't, so it can be context itself. So the current, I'm just theorizing it. So if anyone who's I've ever worked with Kubernetes would know that you can switch between context of clusters. So switching between
Mhm.
GKE, AKE, and the local Kubernetes environment would become easier, right? Currently in Meshery CTL, we don't have any such thing. We have hard-coded localhost everywhere, and trust me, that's annoying because every time I need to work with GKE, I have to rebuild the entire binary from scratch, and that's not a feasible option for a normal user, and even for a dev. I agree with because issues like how um, Uddeshya will face in the future should be prevented. So context, by having context, what we would do is we would switch between environments, and the Metro CTL would uh, use the latest values on the environment to work with your uh, let's just say cluster, right, or the Metro backend, which will interact with the cluster. So the approach here would be using the Metro CTL configuration, and that's the another thing here is Metro CTL configuration currently it has a lot of stuff that it doesn't actually need to. So what we'll be doing here is we'll be removing all those and just keeping the necessary stuff inside the MeasureCTL config. And yeah, could you scroll a bit lower?
Yeah,
Show
sure.
the MeasureCTL config. So this is how we would have the MeasureCTL config. So perf, these are just the endpoints that are used in the MeasureCTL. The local would be your local environment, and actually this should be localhost 8080 or anything else. Pardon me for that.
Yep. Yep.
The GK base URL would be the cluster endpoint, which I have on my GK instance, and the context, so the current context would point to the object ID, which could be basically it could be GK, it could be localhost, and it could be any of the environments that we create here. So the upcoming commands we are looking into. So I'll just get into the doc myself. Yeah. How do I? Yeah. So the upcoming commands we are looking into would be measure CTL create context, measure CTL create context could be more, it would make things a lot easier. Delete context and maybe edit, possibly. And Miguel, any say on this? See you. Edit context. And yeah, the best thing would be any changes on Measure CTL conf. So some of you might have used Measure CTL system config.
Mhm.
So that's Measure CTL system config, right? So any changes here would reflect on the context. So if I do Measure CTL system config minikube, it would automatically either look for my existing minikube config, or it would basically create a new context of minikube and point the minikube base URL on that area. And that would actually help because uh, there are like as I said, so you don't need to compile the entire binary just to change the URLs hard coded.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
just use the configuration file. This is still in let's it would be bad if it's in progress because it's certainly not right now. I just created the doc. So maybe a week from now we will have this feature, the experimental feature context. So that's entirely on what context is, and if you want read this doc and let me know where things can be improved. And if you have a better approach, do let me know. Like the approach currently I'm reading out is basically a cheap ripoff from kubectl config.
And that shouldn't be a problem, right?
Huh?
That shouldn't be a problem, right?
Yeah,
Like
that
that.
shouldn't be a problem. But if there is a better way, obviously it's better to use the improved way.
True, true.
So this is the entire work on kubectl context. Or sorry, Meshery CTL context. Context.
All right.
Create.
Any comments or questions? Anybody?
Um,
Before we move back to harassing Uddeshya and his laptop.
Status update, all of them containers are up.
Oh, nice.
Yay.
Yeah.
Um, Go ahead.
Yeah, let me share my screen again. uh, so they're up. kubectl get services. Yeah, so I should be able to see it here, right?
Yep, you should be able to.
Please run.
Whoa!
Phew.
Yay! Woo!
Yep.
Right, now just copy the entire URL.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay, so basically rebuild the right?
Yeah, you have to rebuild the Meshery CTL. Yeah, so
Cool,
this is
cool.
this is
Just
the
a
part
second.
where I was saying it's becoming annoying for us to actually
Yes.
use this frequently. Yeah, slash. Now just save it and do a make Meshery CTL. Make.
Uh, right. I don't know. I just remember the command which Kush told me. I can of course cancel it. No
Yeah,
issues.
it's a single
Yeah.
make. Single make.
Okay. Perfect.
I guess it does the same thing. Strange.
What's the make file here though?
So this for Windows for Win.
Yep.
Okay.
It's up.
Yeah. Now use the local measure CTL and do the system config.
Okay. I need to put the auth token down.
And just use your previous token. The token actually, it shouldn't matter, but yeah, use the latest one. Who cares? Use the latest token and
Oh shit.
permission denied.
Yep.
You have it
Works.
configured now. Just go back. Uh,
And refresh the page, I think. Yeah.
yeah, you
Nice.
have things running in your.
Oh my god. Whoa. Eureka.
Thank God.
Please.
Good thing
Don't.
these meetings are not
It's
recorded.
just working for you. Great.
Oh god. Okay, so to check this out, I need to like
Oh, come on. Another
let's
issue.
what would happen?
You
Ah,
just
no,
try
it
it out.
should work.
Try it out.
Okay, it's an issue service miss. It's no longer 1.7.3 and all that.
Yeah.
No, it's has been refactored.
Okay.
Understood. Let's see.
Go back to the dashboard. Um,
Which one precisely? This one issue?
no. Stay on this.
Yeah, it should
All
get
right.
updated. You should get a notification in the bell icon
Hmm.
where it would actually say
Mm-hmm.
whether the process has been successful or not. The other way could be you could do kubectl log. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
Get the container
Of the
name
pod?
from the.
yeah,
Yeah. Get the container mesh
Yep, yep.
unit.
Okay.
kubectl
Get
logs.
once. Oh shit.
Not get, but kubectl logs.
Uh, uh, but I need to get the name of the container, right?
Yeah.
No, you don't. You don't need. You can just simply use
Okay, okay.
deployment. kubectl logs
Okay.
deployment.
Deployment.
Uh,
Mesh
Meshery istio
Istio. Okay.
and do space minus f.
Manifest.
Mm,
Okay.
minus f minus f minus f.
Oh, my
The
bad.
spelling
Sorry,
of
my bad.
deployment is wrong.
Yeah,
Gotcha. And that's all?
yeah, that's it. Okay, deployments, I guess. No, wait. Deployment Meshery is your. Did you mess with this spelling or something? Come on. Yeah,
Uh,
just get the pod ID. Better to copy paste. Seriously.
okay. This one's the power ID. QCTL.
Same command just replace with pod slash uh, the
Uh,
name.
What's. Oh, okay. My bad. My bad.
Okay, okay. You didn't enter Meshery, the namespace Meshery. That's why Meshery is is not found in deployment because by default it looks
All
like.
right. So dash F and dash and Meshery, right?
Finally, I have
Yep.
gone insane. Okay, it's done.
It's
Yep.
um.
Try refreshing the page. It's shown now.
Oh my god.
You have it.
Is this the thing?
You have it.
Yep.
It's
It'll probably
working.
pull up an
It's
Ingress
finally
gateway as
working.
well in about a minute, but
Um. Okay. Wait.
yep, that's the entirety of it.
Finally, you have another material to get as a tutorial for setting up.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Also, one more thing. I went through the what was that? The GitHub link of issue development or the whatever it was, like learning Vishri with issue, I think. But
Mhm.
is there any screencast or something like that of the same? Because I could not find the link for that.
What do you want? Do you want the Meshery is to repository link?
Not exactly dossier, but the if there's a video tutorial or something like that of the same thing, because I think it originated from there if it was recorded. I'm not sure if I'm able to explain properly. Wait. Uh,
I'm not completely
issue
sure what you're talking about
workshop.
actually.
Yeah, this one. Yeah, issue service mesh workshop.
Ah,
I
right.
think this one was there.
Yeah, that's the basic workshop. I'll find a link and send it to both you and Tina.
Okay, perfect.
You can
So I
actually
think
go
this issue
through
is
it on
resolved
your
here.
local machine as well. Also, if you want to go through that, you can go through the category tutorial. It's the same thing, with a couple
Okay.
of added features.
Okay, where can I find that? The
Um,
category
just a sec.
tutorial.
Mm, there you go. There's a link in the chat.
Okay, great. I'll keep it in Slack to myself.
Also, it runs on the
Mhm.
exact same environment that your current laptop is running on. So
That's great.
that's
That's a relief. Okay. I think I would go through it later.
sure.
So far. Okay.
All right.
Thanks, man. Thanks for fixing this up, both of you, Anirudh and Shruti.
It was all Anirudh. Um,
The
does
goat.
anybody else have any other topics? Utkarsh won't be able to make it to the call, unfortunately.
Hmm, sad.
Yep. Um, I won't extend this call beyond the next 10 minutes if we don't come up with any other topics. So if you have any other questions about the project, about setting up more Q&As like Uddeshya, I bet you can't top him though. Go ahead and ask them here. It's much easier to get an answer here. It's much nicer to get an answer here because you'll be having a um, not a real person, having a person answer in real time rather than on text, and you have a full attention for the next 10 minutes or more if you need it. Hmm.
Um,
All right. Before we switch over to any questions, or if anybody else is still thinking about the topics they want to talk about, we have this tradition where people who have joined the call for the first time give an intro or tell a little bit about themselves. It can be anything from your favorite color to the projects you work on to the domains you work in, etc. Maxime, would you like to go or give us an intro?
Hi everyone, can you hear me?
Yep, I can.
Yeah, I'm just a new one. I've been joining the project like 2 days ago, and I'm just starting to work on a new issue. And, in the meantime, I'm setting up my environment, but it's
Mhm.
still not done yet.
That's nice to hear. Did you find something to work on, or did you find any project that catches your eye yet?
I'm mainly front-end focused, so
Hmm.
I think I'm going to discover the
Yep.
project regarding the front end, and I had a catch up with Ruth. So she assigned me an issue about the layer 5 website, the next
Hmm.
generation one.
Hmm.
And
That's great.
I'm
You've
going
already
to work
started.
on it. But yeah, I need to set up everything like Docker. I had some issue yesterday to set it up on Linux.
Hmm.
But I think I, I will start this again from scratch before to raise this to everyone, I guess.
That's great. I think I talked to you yesterday itself on text asking the same question, and it's great to hear that you already found something to work on.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
nice. If you need any help with the setup, if you need any help with anything else, I'm more than sure that we can find you people to help with the basic setup or the same way we just helped with Desh. If you're
Uh,
working with Layer 5 NG, I'm assuming you'll be setting up Gatsby, and
yeah,
that can be slightly tough if you haven't before.
not yet.
Um,
The
yep.
only thing I did is the main use like the main command to run the Meshery project on localhost. This is the only
Mhm.
thing I did so far, uh, but I didn't deploy anything locally to in order to start making some change on in a development, for example. This is my next focus to follow the is that right to follow the README file on the service mesh workshop repository?
Yep, that's what are you exactly trying to do?
Just setting up the basics, installing Docker, Kubernetes, Meshery, and the Istio CTR.
Yeah, that's perfect. Maybe not the README on the Service Mesh Lab repo. The README on Layer 5 repo might be a better alternative for you. I'll send you a link.
Okay, yeah.
Nice. For setting up Docker or Kubernetes on your local system and just getting started with deploying Meshery, the basic README or the basic contributing guide should be enough. For deploying Meshery, the Meshery documentation should be more than enough. And if you have any issues, come back to us on this call and we'll help you out. Or come back to us on Slack and we'll help you out. For Layer 5 NG particularly, I think there's a different contributing guide. I'll send you links for both. And you should be good to go. If you have any issues or if you face any roadblocks, again, Ping us in Slack and we'll help you out.
All right. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. It's great to have you.
Thank you.
Anytime. Um, Vishal Dhanush, have you joined us for a call before this? If not, do give us an intro or do speak up. In the meanwhile, Ameya, did you get Meshery running on EKS?
Yeah, Mike, I couldn't get it working. I'm now doing on this Minikube and I'm having few issues here. I'm more than happy to share my screen, and if anyone has an expertise here to at least get me Minikube working, that would be really appreciated.
Um, Anirudh, do we have the time right now?
Sorry, Mike, I couldn't hear you. What's it?
Um,
Yeah, actually, I didn't hear you. Can you repeat that again, sorry?
Look, I'm having few issues around the Minikube.
Hmm.
For Meshery to get installed, I'm getting some errors there, and it's not getting me anywhere. So I don't know what I need to do
So,
to get
can you
this thing
please
working.
point me to the error?
yeah, it's in the chat, Anirudh.
The chat is having lots of SEO and not Minikube.
Oh, yes, right.
Come again, Mike. What you said there?
The logs in chat are related to measuring SEO and not Minikube.
They are actually, so when you do, okay, I'm running this command here. One sec, I'll show you what command I'm running. So my command is pretty simple, which is curl. I'll paste this one as well here in the chat. Okay, so what
Ameya,
I
it might be better if you share your screen,
okay, Mike, for
if you
sure.
can.
Yeah, Mike.
Yeah, this is for installing measuring CTL.
So look, this is what I'm actually running. Okay, just right in front of you, and we'll have some issues in it. Okay, it's doing now. I'm getting these errors. So
Mm.
No, actually, the part you already have the what, how do I say? You already have Measure CTL installed now. So the aim of Measure, the entire command is to have Measure CTL installed on your machine, right? So
no, so look, I'll just go once again very slow. I will share my screen here. You can see this one as well here, right?
yeah,
The measure is coming here,
yeah,
and then when I go and get the token, yeah. So
yeah.
this token remains constant or it keeps on changing. I don't know.
I think it keeps on changing. Like according to the code, it keeps on changing, but the change is very minute.
Okay, now that's fine. So I am getting this error. So I'm gonna do a get token now.
Yeah.
Okay,
You
it,
got
it
it open.
comes from here. I'll go on another window. Okay. So it
Sure.
says unable to connect to the Kubernetes.
Yeah. So this you don't need to focus on this for now.
So
You already got the token. Like check the browser, you already have the token.
come again. What was the question you said?
You have already downloaded the token on the browser. So if you open the browser,
Yeah, I'm now doing that. I'm copying that token onto my Minikube server.
so you have unable to scan Kubernetes, HTTPS. No.
What I'm saying is that let me do one thing. I'll just copy this token here.
Yeah,
And this is what I have downloaded.
yeah.
Okay, so I copy that. Say for example, JSON. This is Okay. Then I'm gonna do SSH on the machine, where my Minikube is running.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now there's a very good command here. What's the command there? Hang on. Okay. So this is command.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I've copied as we see, and I get an error.
Wait. Why is it not just-
It says unable to scan Kubernetes. I don't know why. Why is this? I'm not on VPN in any shape or form. Um,
Mm.
I don't know why this is not working.
So, okay, this doesn't return anything, right? Because it's
I
unable to
mean, your
exit
voice is coming low.
unable
I
to
couldn't
con-
hear your voice. The voice of Shri
see.
is dried. Your voice is coming from far off.
That's probably there is some issue with my connection. Like
I don't know what you're saying. I can't. I don't understand.
chat box.
Amaya, let's do one thing. Let's switch to a different call than this one, and this will take a tiny bit more time to understand and a tiny
Yeah,
bit more
man.
time to sort out.
Yeah, that's totally cool. No problem. That's totally cool. No
All
worries.
right, all
Really,
right.
is my voice clear?
Anirudh, let's try this at a some other time or on a different call.
Yeah,
It's a slightly hazy, so no, I think uh, there might be a little bit of a problem with either your connection or the mic or something.
connection.
Nobody's fault, no?
Okay.
Um, all right. Amaya, let's continue this on a either on a different call or on Slack.
Yeah, I'll continue on Slack. No issues with that.
Sure. All right. Does anybody else have any other questions? All right. We'll still be on call for the next 5 minutes, but otherwise, thank you for coming on, everybody. Thank you for spending 50 minutes of your time with us this week. Same call next week, same time, and we'll be having a slightly more filled agenda, which is the same thing I said last week, but this is the last week in which we are having O'Reilly trainings, which is why the agenda is slightly thin than normal. And we'll be back in full force next week. Thank you for joining in this particular week, and thank you in helping us or watching us solve Uddeshya's FAQs and Amaya's Minikube problems. And that's it. That's it for today. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye.